Right, welcome back, people of YouTubes, and welcome back to
Gentlemen, to the basement, aka our new evil lair.
going to be doing a little bit of work on the Metro today, and hopefully finishing off the exhaust. If you don't know where we're at the minute, we are, well, we've got all the downpipe all made up and stuff, so that's pretty much the hard part, shall we say. And we've also done that rear main oil seal as well, so everything's back together. That's all back up and running. If you want to check out the last video, then I've made a playlist on the Metro, so you can easily track the progress in that. But yeah, the progress so far is, you probably have to excuse the glare of the light, but that's the downpipe and where we're up to. So we're just coming into the front floor pan, just behind the front wheels. So yeah, all we need to do now is make up the pipe that goes from that piece, and we're going to dart it out just in front of the rear wheel on the passenger side. So, but I think we're going to need to do a little bit of pie cutting and bits and pieces to go round the gear selector, yeah, and go from there really. Unfortunately, I don't have my low profile camera stand, so I won't really be able to show you much underneath there apart from little progress clips. So I think we'll just keep it to that and just progress clips, just so that I can get on and get it done really, because it's been in the garage now for a couple of months, and I would like to start using it at the start of the show season, shall we say. And we've still got quite a lot to do, but I need to get it on the ground, get the exhaust done, so I can get it back to the workshop and get the roll cage fitted, purely because I don't have a good enough welder here to weld in the foot plates, and yeah, I want to do it properly, so I don't think I'll be able to TIG weld them in there. I think the metal size differences are a bit too much, you end up blowing through. So yeah, and everything's at the workshop anyway, so let's get on and let's get this downpipe added to, and get the rest of the exhaust system finished. Right, as you can see, we've got the downpipe here with a V-band on, so literally need to bolt on the other half of the V-band, and then I don't think that's going to be a straight cut there, so I think we'll have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery to get that around the gear linkage section and then bring it back into the center of the, I'm going to say transmission tunnel, but it is literally the exhaust tunnel. So yeah, let's crack on and do that. Another thing that I've noticed is wrong bracket's been fitted to the gear linkage, so we're gonna have to sort that out at another point, add to the shopping list, shall we say. So yeah, let's get the V-band fitted on. I've got a few pie cuts and bits of exhaust here to make a start on it, so we can then figure something out, and once I've done that, I'll cut in with the camera and show you what I've been up to. Right, I think I can get away with not doing anything spectacular at the front around the gear linkage. I think I can pretty much get a straight pipe on there, on the flange, just at a little bit of an angle, and I think we just need to prop it up a little bit more and go a little bit closer to that gear linkage, and then that'll run all the way down the transmission channel, and then a little bit of a 45-degree angle, and then a little bit straight, another 45-degree, but I don't think the 45-degree angle is going to be enough. I think I have to put a little pie cut in there. So I've got up to this sort of like section here, but I only ordered, well, I thought I ordered 2 1 meter lengths, but I turned out that I ordered 2 half meter length of 3-inch tube, so I'm going to run out pretty quickly. And with them 2 bits there, which is a meter, and that 45 and that pie cut cuts me a little bit too short, so I'm just debating, sorry about the glare on the light, I'm just debating, I've got this little 45 sorry, a 90-degree cut that I've already used, so I'm just debating whether to cut the angle in that, and then that will give me the length that I need to then do the rest of it, if that makes sense. So yeah, let me just ponder my thoughts, and the next time you'll see me, I'll probably be set up on the welding table to tack something together, at least, just so I know where I'm going with it, really. Right, see you in a minute. Right, I've got my first 2 bits tacked together. I've just tacked the 2 half meter lengths together. So yeah, because we're going to be going that far anyway, we're going to have to put a little joiner in somewhere, either at the flange end or at the bend end. I just wanted to take a little bit of time to speak about my progress in my welding. A lot of you people have commented and sent me messages via Facebook, Instagram, through my emails, to give me some tips and tricks on my welding. And a lot of you people were saying about making it nice and clean. So that was one thing that I was already doing. I was Scotch brightening it and acetone cleaning it. Some people saying turn down the amps, some people are saying turn up the amps, but the main difference, which a couple of you people had picked up on, was the gas flow. Now there's a lot of people saying that the gas flow was way too high, although I had it set to, at the time I was running a 10 gas lens, a number 10 gas lens, and I was running 10 litres per minute, or 10 litres per hour, I can't remember what it's in, 10 litres a minute, so litres per minute. And I was using a Hobby Weld gas bottle and this regulator, and I had this regulator set to 10 litres a minute, which was the number 10 here, as I was welding. And a lot of you said that was that sounded way too much, in the sense that there's a lot more coming out the gun than 10 litres a minute. Anyway, so I then ran out of gas, so I went to my local gas supplier, and this was over Christmas and New Year, and they didn't have any of the Hobby Weld gas bottles left. So he done this bottle here, which is a much larger bottle, and it comes with a built-in regulator, and he done that for the same price as what a Hobby Weld bottle was, just because he was feeling generous, I guess. I'm not really too sure how much them bottles go for, but to fill up my Hobby Weld bottle was 130 quid. So this is a much larger bottle, than the hobby weld, about 3 times as much gas I think he said it was. So I don't know if hobby weld just puts a premium on the brand or what, I don't know, but this came with a built-in regulator. So after messing around with some adapters and some quick release connectors, I got it connected up to my TIG machine, which is a Sherman Profi, just one that I got off eBay. It come from abroad. I'm not really too sure if that's any good or not, but it seems to do all the settings and all the specs seem to be what I needed really at the time. I do AC and DC, so I can do aluminium with that. But the main thing is, after swapping that bottle, I've now got some really nice colour in my welds, and I'll show you that in a minute. I'll stick some pictures up anyway of when I ran out of gas, and then I went straight to this gas bottle and I got some and I finished off the exhaust, the downpipe. So I'll stick some pictures in of that. Right, so next thing is I went up to a number 12 cup, which is what everyone had suggested. Go from a 10 to a 12 with a shield in it, or diffuser I think they're called. And again, that just improved the welds dramatically as well. So yeah, that is how the welding is going. Hopefully we can get to a point today where I can show you some more welds that aren't just tack welds, and then hopefully we can put a comparison up to what they were when I started my downpipe to where they are today. So yeah, I mean, I haven't picked up this TIG machine in probably just over a month, so yeah, we're gonna have to find our feet again. As I say, I'm only a beginner. I'm only doing it as a hobby. You know, I'm no professional, so all you professionals out there slating my welds, you know, just try and make it constructive criticism and try and give someone who's learning a little bit of a helping hand. Right, let's get this pipe in. Now it's cooled down a bit and I've finished talking, and we can then get that jacked up and see where we are in the sense of bends and length. Right, this is what I've come up with so far, and I think that's about as far as we can go at the minute until I get some more pipe. But we've got obviously the V-band clamp, that's all tacked in now, and then we've got 2 500mm sections tacked in, and you see where I've tried to tack that in and kept blowing through, so we're gonna have to sort that out. A little bit, about like 5.5 inch piece of just straight pipe that I cut off that old 90-degree bend, a little 25.5 degree pie cut, and then a 45-degree bend, and I've just whacked on the hangers here as well, just so it's all now support all by itself. So yeah, apart from blowing through there trying to tack it together, instead of stopping the first time and getting a bit of filler rod, I kept on going. So yeah, that's my error really, but the rest of the tack welds look okay. So I'm now going to whip this off, take it to the bench, and then get it fully welded up. Right, that's the flange all welded in. As you can see, there's some kind of powdery residue on that flange. I'm not really too sure if it's a true stainless flange or not, or if it's been coated in something. I did give a bit of a clean with the flat wheel and the Scotch Brite and whatnot, but it's left some kind of powdery residue. So I think it might be a stainless flange, but I think it might be coated in something, I don't know. But as you can see, the welds are looking a lot nicer. So yeah, I'm really happy with how the welds are starting to look out now. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on. We've got all this to do, and I'm going to set you up, and then we'll weld this joint together. I'll video that so you can see that. But apart from that, I think I'm just going to crack on and get the rest of this all welded in. Right, there we go. That's this one all done. So hopefully that's strong enough to withstand it, because I think some of the welds look a bit sunken, but I did put a fair bit of filler rod in, so only time will tell, I guess. And they're not as colourful as, say, these welds are. So I don't know what happened there, but I guess it's the pressure of the camera and trying to show everyone my not so skills. But yeah, no, I think what we've got to do is just off camera finish welding all this up, and yeah, I'll come back to you when I've done this bit. Metal cable ties, you get in the heat wrap stuff, excellent for holding things like these brackets while you tack weld them in place. So just a little tip if no one already knew. Right, let's get this spun around and let's get the rest of this welded up. Right, so that's that all welded up. Now I'm not really too sure what to think, to be honest with you, because obviously I started welding all this up and focus in, I just don't seem very colourful. Looks a bit grey. There is some colour in there, but it still looks relatively grey compared to this one. There's a lot more colour in this one, and I'm not even too sure if that flange is a true stainless one or not. And then we come up along here, and then yeah, you can see I've put a bit too much heat into that one. There are some little good welds there, and there is a little bit of colour in there, but yeah, I mean it's an improvement from where we first started out at. And then I done the hangers. They look all nicely welded, nice and colourful. I'm happy with them. That one on that side is looking a little bit grey, and I missed a bit just there. And then we come on to this pie section, and we've got some nice welds there. Well, I think nice welds anyway, for me, and quite a lot of colour on there. And then we move over to here, and this is straight after doing that one, and that's all grey again. Now I've gone through all my processes, you know, make sure everything is sparkly clean, make sure, you know, Scotch brighten it, acetone it, redoing my tungsten every couple of passes, and yeah, I don't see why we've gone from that to that. Yeah, so I'm not really 100% too sure. Maybe the stainless is a different stainless. I mean, they all come from the same company, Profusion exhausts. The straights didn't come from that company though, they come from a different company, because Profusion exhausts don't do straight pieces, they just do like manual bends and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I can get that the straight pieces why they didn't weld. That's a different stainless to, I mean, you see the quality of the Profusion stuff I think is like really good, and then you look at this, the quality of this is just, yeah, even though I've gone over with the Scotch Brite, etc, 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 pure acetone, yeah, all the settings are the same. I'm welding the 55 amps. I've got 12 litres a minute on my gas, with a number 12 cup with a diffuser in it. But yeah, just overall I'm happy, don't get me wrong, because it's better than what I started with, in the sense of the downpipe. But you know, I've gone from getting some nice colourful welds, for them to go back down to grey again. So yeah, I'm a bit confused. So I'll leave them thoughts with yourselves. If you've got any ideas or any comments, obviously leave them in the comments section below. But yeah, no, overall I'm happy with how it's turned out, you know, being that it's I haven't been TIG welding very long, and this is my first project without doing, you know, stacking dimes on a piece of metal basically, and which everyone is said that I've done. You know, I'm running before I can walk, basically. But being new to all this, I thought it's gonna be easy. Looking at everyone do it on Instagram, on the internet, on YouTube, it looks easy, and I tell you what, it's far from. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of patience. So yeah, I'm just slowly progressing and honing my skills in, hopefully. But you know, going from, we started off with the flange first and worked the way up, and they're getting better and better and better and better. And then that last one on that 45-degree bend is just so grey, it's almost like an old lady. So yeah, anyway, just going to let that cool down for 10 minutes because it's extremely hot at the minute. And then we're going to fit it onto the vehicle and see and come up with a plan where to go next. Right, that's all bolted and hung up where we need it to be. So you got a little bit of clearance there. Overall, I'm fairly happy with it. So yeah, that's that bit. So next bit is to try and get it in this section here, and hopefully come out, around and through that little panel there. So, and it is double skinned, so I think what we're going to have to do is get it close, mark up where we need to cut, hole saw it out, and then we'll have to put a little bit of a filler piece in there, because I think if you look down the inside of the paneling, you'll be able to see the bottom of this here. So yeah, I think once we've cut all this out, then we'll get, I've got a bit of 3.5 inch tube there that we can cut out and make a nice little section in there to weld that in. Whether I'll be able to do that with the TIG welder or not, I don't know. It's stainless pipe and this is thin mild steel body, so yeah, I might be able to just tack it in place for now, and then when we get down to the workshop to do the roll cage, I might be able to then fully weld it in place. But I think I'm going to see how long this video is for the moment. Again, we've got quite a bit away through now, so yeah, depending on how long this video is, I might edit it up and get it out. If not, then you'll probably see the next clip where we're going to be getting the tailpipe end sorted. But I am going to have to order some more 3-inch straight sections, so I should be alright with everything else. I've got some more pie cuts, so I've still got a 45-degree bend. I've got a couple of 90s, although we won't need a 90, but I think coming out straight here, and then maybe a couple of pie cuts or 45-degree, and that should come out nice and flush out of the sill section here. Right, the only other thing that we'll need to do, I think, is replace these exhaust rubbers with something a bit more substantial, because they are a little bit on the soft side, shall we say. And the exhaust that do move about a little bit, so I think if we get some nice stiff maybe Powerflex exhaust hanger rubber things made out of a more stiffer material, that will then hold all that in place, so I'll order some of them as well. Right, so the next clip is either going to be the end of the video, or that's going to be carrying on with this bit. So whatever it is, I hope you liked it so far, and I'll either see you in the next clip or we'll see you in the next video.